Hey guys, my name is Julie and I'm one of your teen services librarians over at the main library on Goodwood. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge Studio Ghibli fan, so today we have a Totoro-ly Awesome craft for y'all. We're making felt Totoros. Supplies that accompany this video are available at the main library in a limited capacity. To make a Totoro felty, you're gonna need a template, gray felt, white felt, black felt, gray thread, black thread, a ballpoint pen, scissors, Q-tips, polyfill, a needle, and tacky glue. To get started, we're gonna take our template and just cut the pieces out. Okay, all of your pieces should either have on or next to them the color of felt they go to and how many pieces there are. So for this guy, we need 2 that are going to be gray. Next, you're going to go ahead and put them on your felt and then just trace the pieces in the right amount with your ink pen. Okay, once you've got all your pieces traced, you just want to go ahead and cut them out of the felt. When you've got all your pieces cut out, I would actually just go ahead and stick those 2 gray pieces on top of each other. Chances are they probably don't line up perfectly, and trim them so they do. So like mine's wonky here. Okay, close enough. And then make sure that your white piece will actually fit onto your guy right, and if it's not, trim him. Okay, so now we're ready to sew. You want to go ahead and take your gray thread and you want to split it in half. So there's going to be 6 different threads that come in this, and you only need 3. Okay, so when you've got your 3 threads, you want to go ahead and take your needle out, careful that you don't poke yourself. And then you want to thread those 3 through the eye of the needle. It's very small, it can be a little bit difficult. Just be patient and try to get it in. Okay, and once it's in, you want to go ahead and move it to the middle. And then you just want to tie a knot at the end. All right, so on our white piece here, there's going to be the side with ink on it. That's the side you want to start on. And you just want to sew some chevrons on here. Be careful not to poke yourself. So come in from the back on the ink side, pull up, and then down. And then you want to come up close to that guy, and then down until it makes that chevron or upside down V shape. Okay, and when you come back through the back on that last one, you want to flip it over and tie a knot. All right, and then go ahead and trim off some of the excess gray thread. Set that aside, and you are ready to start gluing things. So grab your tacky glue. And Q-tips to apply it. So we're going to start by putting glue on the back of this white piece and then flipping it over and gluing it down to the gray body piece. Once you've got everything glued on, give it a chance to dry, and when it's all dry, you are ready to sew on his whiskers. You've got a longer piece of black thread and a shorter piece. You want the shorter piece now, and you want to divide it up and thread it exactly like you did the gray thread. All right, once you've got it threaded, you want to go ahead and sew some whiskers on him, and you could do this however you want. But come in from the back. Once you have your whisker sewn on, you are ready to start sewing the body pieces together. So you want to take your black thread, the longer piece, and just unwind it. Okay, and when you split this one in half, you want to be careful because it's so long it can get tangled pretty easily. So go slow with this and just be careful. Okay, when you have your 3 pieces, you want to go ahead, thread it like you did the other one, but it's going to be a little bit different. Okay, so when you thread it through on this time, you want to leave a tail on it. You don't need to go to the middle. And then on the other end, you want to tie a good knot. And try to double up on that knot as well. We don't need the thread to be as thick as we did going through to make the chevrons or the whiskers. We just need it to hold this together. So once you've got that in, you want to hold on to the tail while you're sewing, or you're going to completely lose it and have to rethread it, which is no fun. So set your pieces up together. If you find you need to trim again, go ahead and do that, and then come through on the back, pull up, and then you want to whip stitch. So you want to go around on the back and just keep pulling it over. Okay, so when you're most of the way around but not quite all the way, you want to start stuffing. That leaves you with a little pouch to put things in. So go ahead, take your polyfill, and you want to stick it in, and then you can use the ink pen when it's capped to make sure it gets into this little guy's ears. All right, once you've got it stuffed, go ahead and just keep sewing. All right, when you're completely sewn all the way around, you want to go ahead and stick that needle through one of the knots in the back, and then use it to tie off. Okay, and once that's tied, you want to go ahead and trim the excess thread on your starting and ending knots, and you have a tiny felt Totoro. Enjoy. If you have any questions or comments about today's activity, holler at us. Our phone number is 231-3770, or you can leave a comment on this video. Better yet, tag us on Instagram and show us what you made. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this, and I cannot wait to see you next time.